everyone. I would like to summarize the book called Who Moved My Cheese for everyone who interested on this book. Who Moved My Cheese is written by the Spencer Johnson. He's the doctor that come and write the book related to the child for the adult reading. It's the life-changing agent for many people. More than 28 million people actually buy and read this book. The famous company that use this book and give to the employee is Benz and Apples. So the story is very simple about the two mice and the two little human, Hem and How. In English, Hem and How mean indecisive. Sniff and Scurry is the representative of the animal instinct. So the story starts with the cheese station C. The four of them really like to explore the maze and actually looking for the cheese. One day they found the cheese station C and they said, we can stay here and eat it every day. But suddenly the cheese is actually reducing every day, and Hem and How, the humans, still said, it's better to stay here and eat the cheese. Once the cheese disappeared from station C, the two mice immediately looking for the new cheese. But Hem and How still say, it's better to wait here, someone will refill the cheese here. When the time's gone by, there's no cheese left, and then Hem talked to How. For a while the cheese will come back, and he started to complain, who moved my cheese? And then both of them start to get the damage from no cheese. So one day How actually start to realize and talk to him that if you are not doing anything, the cheese will not come back. Life goes on, so we need to go on too. But him said that, what if you go out, you cannot find the cheese? What if outside is too dangerous? It's better to stay here, it's safe. So How start to have a realization that if you do not change, you cannot exist, you will be extinct. So, but he have a fear wall there. Once he go to the maze, try to explore, he feel it could be dangerous, it could be very fearful. But once he actually start to realize, what if, or what would you do if you don't have any fear, or you're not afraid? He start to realize that it's not that scary anymore. His new self is awakening, and he start to realize that when you move beyond your fear, you feel free. And he say, even though I haven't found any cheese, but I feel very energized. He explored the maze station after station, but he still cannot find the cheese. But he started to realize that he find a small little cheese that already being moved or being used away. So he realized that the faster he let go of the old cheese, the faster he can find the new cheese. So he started to focus on the present more than the past. He feel there's no use for the regret. At the end, he find his way to the cheese station, and he found the two mice actually stay there and enjoying the cheese. So he start writing to the wall, change is good. The lesson I learned from this book is, I think you may know that there's a life-changing lesson that changed many people's life. And the first lesson is the cheese in this story is the success, is the love, is the passion of the people. Hem and How is representing the people who dare to change and the people who who take the fear seriously and do not do anything in life. First lesson I learned about this book is, first, change is not about losing something, it's about getting something. Our nature, we have the scientific term called homeostasis, mean that we have a tendency to keep a balance and don't lose the balance. So our life, we have take the change as losing something, and if you lose balance, life could be dead. So for example, when you are actually in a bad situation, like you're in a black company, you want to make a change, you want to have a new job, but why people don't change? The simple explanation is because their dissatisfactory is actually less than the fear that actually they have toward the future. They may think, if I'm going in the future, I find a worse company or I don't have money, how it will go? What I mean is not for you to stop doing something immediately when you're not satisfied with something. But what I'm trying to say is you should not let the fear stop you from making a change. The second, the failure in the past have nothing to do with the current present you. I like the word design, come from the Latin word de and sign. De mean away, sign mean cut away. So design mean cut away. It means decision making. So the important decision is you need to throw away the old cheese, and the change is always talking about you met the new cheese. So in life, people will say it's not easy, but I would say it's possible. So if it's not easy but it's possible, then what you do? For example, in the past, you may born in a poor family, you may do something wrong in the past, for example, not study well. So your starting point is not easy. So the people who study more than you, the people who are born in a richer family, they'll have an easier start. But it's nothing to you with your current self, because your current self is the one that actually make decision. If you're born poor, no one will want to born poor and die poor as well. So it's not easy, but it's possible for you to get rich and have a better life. Number 3 that I learned from this book is, the good cheese is always be after the fear wall. I think when we challenge something and we hit into the wall of fear or the obstacle, I always tell myself that I come to the right way, or else there will be no protection. So the fear stops us from achieving something. So when we encounter, because we never do it before, so we need to be able to break through the fear wall and create your own story about it. Enjoy the story. And at the end of the story, it's very impressive how decide not to actually convince himself, but decided to leave the message for him. This is the message that he left for him. First said, change happens. There is someone who keep moving the cheese. Anticipate change. Get ready for the cheese to be moved. Monitor change. Smell the cheese often, so you know when it's getting old. Adapt to change quickly. The quicker you let go of the old cheese, the sooner you enjoy the new cheese. Change. Move with the cheese. Enjoy change. Savor the adventure and enjoy the taste of the new cheese. Be ready to change quickly and enjoy it again. They keep moving the cheese. They keep moving the world. You too can move the cheese. And this is the summary of the impressive book that I found it useful and want to share with everyone. Thank you.